Have you ever been on holiday convinced that you are totally well prepared? Have you ever felt like this really smart kind of crafter because you made a plan and you knew where to get stuff for your travel journal? You even made a journal to collect pages and ephemera during your holiday. And while you've been on your trip, you've been totally proud that you have even written something down to put it into your travel journal later when you are back at home. And then there comes this one day. The day you wanted to write a postcard to yourself. Bam! Plans destroyed. Hi there, this is Luise Heinzel. And what you've heard in the intro of this video is exactly what happened to me during, or actually after, my last trip to Rome. I'm sitting here with a postcard that I have written to myself and I have some problems. But for what reason am I a junk journaler? Of course, I can solve my problems and I will make something really cool out of this today, even if this gives me some headaches. But let's start in the beginning so that you can understand what my problem is or was. When I was in Rome, I thought when I will come back, I will make a normal travel junk journal out of the materials that I have collected during the trip. For that plan, I have made myself this little guy. This was meant to collect papers during the day. I've already told you something about this in the other videos. If you have missed them and if you want to know more about what I'm doing here, you can find a playlist linked below this video. I thought this is really cool. I mean, to be honest, I felt really smart because you know, with this kind of thing here, this elastic band, I thought I already have a signature here. I can take that out and I can just collect everything and I will have the right size. It's already folded. It looks nice. I can decide where I want to write something. I can make even some fancy things like this here, and then later on when I come back home I will take everything and I will make a junk journal out of that about this trip to Rome. But when I came back, I have changed my mind, as you've also heard in the other videos, and I thought, okay, I'm not in the mood of making a real junk journal out of that. I want to try something different. And then I came to the idea to make myself a travel journaling box. So this, when it's finished, it's Rome in a box. I have taken all of my things and I've already started making some journaling cards and tags so that I now have a really great base to work on and to keep the memory of special things that happened during the trip. So this is meant like a loose collection of everything that I have experienced in Rome. But now I have a problem with this postcard. Can you believe that? Can you believe that you can have a problem with a postcard? I mean, what is that? I got the idea of writing a postcard to myself by my friend Barbara at 49 Dragonflies. She has shown this idea in one of her older videos, and when I saw that, I was like, I want to do that as well. That is such a cute idea, and this is just a wonderful memory of a holiday. So I bought this postcard in Rome, and on the way from the postcard shop to a place where I could have a table, meaning I searched for a bar because, you know, when you write a postcard, you need a drink as well. I thought I want to include this postcard to my journal later, of course. So I was thinking, if I want to just glue that down to one of the pages, I mean, that is a great idea, yeah? Just glue it down like so, with a little hinge here perhaps, to be able to flip it so that I can read the back side. Or Perhaps I could also make a pocket. That was what I thought, to just put this in here and then I can take it out, read it, everything fine. But then, you know, my brain was like, perhaps we can like vary Barbara's idea a little bit, and perhaps I can do it in a way that the postcard and the journal get more like one. So what you can see now in this video is my footage which I have recorded in Rome for you, so that you can be in the real moment with me. So I was sitting there and I thought, okay, I will take my journal and I will choose a page, because I thought there's no problem with that, because I know the size of my journal, because I have already the pages in my little book here, yeah, and that is the size of the pages for the journalator. So I have chosen the page where I want to do that, and then I have flipped the card to the back side where the space is for writing, and I have written over my page and the postcard at the same time, as you can see here. So that means the postcard only makes sense in combination with the page, so that when I later on receive the postcard, I can take it and put it to the page, and then you can read everything. But the page makes no sense without the postcard, and the postcard makes no sense without the page. Do you know what I mean? Like a little puzzle. And I felt so fancy doing that. And it was such a cozy moment, I would say, even if that place where I've been there was really, really loud. There was much traffic going on the street, which was directly next to the bar where we were sitting there. But it was like a really, really great moment. And I was like, ooh, when I come back, I will show you what I have done there. And I felt like this is a totally great idea. So now I have it here, but as you can guess, this is a big problem because this is too big. Look, this is the width of my box, and the postcard by its own would fit in here just perfectly, but I have no possibility to take the page and put that page into the box because the page is simply too wide. I can't bring that in here. It doesn't fit. I could do it like this. I mean, the writing would be okay. It's not too wide, but when I do it like this, the postcard would have to go on here like so, and then it's again too big. Yeah. So I thought, what the heck can I do? But then I thought, for what reason am I a junk journaler? Of course, we can solve this problem, and that's exactly what I want to try now. And I want to share my process of solving this problem with you in this video. And perhaps it's also like a little bit of motivation for you. If you have something like this and you think, oh no, I can't make it work for my journal, please don't give up and just think a little bit outside of the box to find a solution. So as you have seen, I have made some journaling cards and some tags, and I want to use one of those. So the plan is to take this and to put this to the back side, and then fold the card, make a pocket and put that into the pocket to be able to take it out, and at the same time read this in combination with this. That makes no sense. I got you. So let's try that. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to take the back side of my card here, and then I will take this paper and a ruler, to tear what I've written here off. So now I will just tear this a little bit so that it looks not so regular. And now I want to take the postcard and a scoring board. I'm looking, to be honest, not for the like real middle, but of course I don't want to score here through my writing. Yeah, I want to have the score line somewhere here where this white space is between my writing and my address. Let's try that. This should work like so, so that I now can take that and fold that in half so that we have something like this now. Now the problem is, of course, I want to have that in my box and I want to be able to read what I have written here. So I need something where I can remove this and put it here so that it stays here so that I can read it. Do you know what I mean? So I thought we can make a transparent pocket, and for that I want to use this clear transparent Durala alcohol ink surface. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this down to the right size, and I'm just thinking, what the heck is the right size? Because I need the possibility to sew along here without sewing over my writing, and I guess it's no problem if I leave it in this height that it already has and just cut it like, you know, the width of the journaling card. I think that should be okay. So I will quickly do that. So then I want to sew along here so that this gets a pocket. This piece of paper will be glued down so that I then can take out the postcard like so and put it back in here to be able to read it. And at the same time, of course, I need to find a solution for this, but that's why I've made the fold here, because I want to store it like so that this is in here when the card is in my box, and this goes around here like so, so that I have a nice look on the front as well. But then when I put that into my box, the problem is that this flips up like so, and that's of course not what I want. So I'm thinking about doing something with a magnet so that this can be held down while I store this journaling card in my box. For the magnetic mechanism, I want to use this Tim Holtz linen tape to make a little like tab on the one hand, and more importantly to cover my magnet. So this shall go approximately here somewhere, and the problem is that I have the writing on my postcard here on the back, so I can't glue the tape around the card, but I think we can figure out another way to do that so that we have a tab on the one hand but don't cover the writing with the other part of the tape. So I will do the following thing. I will take a magnet, and I want to have this red here on the front because I have these red dots here in the O's of Roma, and I thought this could fit really well. And I've also chosen this tape because this has tickets on it and it's really sturdy, and I like to use this for those like problems. So I will do it like this so that I'm able to hold it. Then I will put the magnet here so that it sticks there. Then I can flip this around. Let me just hold it against the light so that I can see the magnet. So it's there where the 6 is, so that I can see where I want to have this, like so perhaps. Then I can press this down. Then I will remove the card for a moment. press this down really well. And now I will remove the rest of this, but then fold it only until the edge of the card. Like this, so that I have a tab, I have my magnet, but I have not covered up my writing. Oh, I feel so clever. So then, of course, we need a second magnet on the card. So first of all, I'm going to take a second magnet. I will just let it find its position there. Then I will, without moving this, open that. I will take a marker, put a little bit of the ink from the marker to the magnet, pressing this down, hoping that I can see it there. So I can again remove the card. Perhaps you can't see that so well, but I will just put a little dot here, so the magnet has to go exactly there. And I don't want to destroy this masterboard look of my card, so I have just taken out a little piece of the paper which I have used to make the card. This was just leftover, so that I'm now able to cut a piece off from here and cover that up, so that, you know, you won't see that a magnet is below there. And I'm going to take my magnet, just put it there where my little mark is, like so. And then I can just cover this up with the piece of this leftover thingy here. Then we can let this dry. So I will now take that and flip it to the other side to be able to glue this paper down. And for doing that, of course, the postcard itself has to be in exactly the right position. So I like to take it off, just let it go where it has to go, so that I'm totally sure that it's in the right position. Then I do it like this. And now I'm putting a paper clip here so that it can't move while I will glue this. So this has to go here like so. So when this is completely dry, I can take my Durala and I can sew that down here to the right position. I will quickly do that with my sewing machine. Then it looks like this. As you can see, I've just sewn around the three sides here so that we have this pocket here now, so that we then can put this in here and check if the mechanism works. Just like this, and ooh, it works just perfectly. Oh, I'm happy. This makes me really happy. That is totally fine. So we have this look on the front of the card and this on the back. And if we want to read it, we can just take the card out and put it in here like this. We can flip that and then we can read what's written here. Haha. But I think we could perhaps decorate this a little bit as well. I mean, this looks not very nice on the back. The front is okay. I mean, we could jazz that up as well a little bit, but the back is my main problem at the moment, I would say. But since this is Durala, why not throw some alcohol ink on this material? So I have the color Poppy Field here, and I think this could match with the red in the card here really well. So let's see. I also want to throw something on the straw paper, but I'm not sure if, oh my goodness, if I'm brave enough. Just do it like Barbara would do it. Louisa, just be brave. Have you seen those videos where Barbara has thrown alcohol ink to her finished projects? over photos and that stuff. I don't know how one can be so brave like she has been there. What do you think about this? I think I really like that. Let's try how that looks when we take the card and put it in here to read it. Yeah, that's just perfect. It's just perfect. It's absolutely amazing. So this is really, really cool. As you can see, you can still read it. And it's not so boring anymore, I would say. But I don't like the area here at the top. That looks like really weird in my eyes, because everything here is really like bam, and this is too muted to me. But I just see that I have this little piece here, which I had left over, and I think I just want to glue this down here. I've just cut another piece from a leftover, which I want to put here to balance this a little bit. Yeah, I think I like that better. And now, what to do with the front? Shall we leave that? Ooh, look, the alcohol ink came through here where the stitching is. Ooh, that is a great effect, look. Oh, I love that. Ooh, that is great. That is totally great, because now we have more red and we have a really nice balance with the red on the card here. Ooh, that's nice. But can we perhaps jazz this up a little bit more? Yes, of course we can, but then it would have been good to turn on the camera. I am so sorry. I've just glued down some die cuts, as you can see, and I was talking and explaining, and then I realized that my camera wasn't recording. So I'm so sorry for that, but I wanted to quickly explain what I just have done. I have taken some of the leftover straw paper and I have cut out some wildflowers with this set by Tim Holtz and Zizix. The number of this set is 665221 if you want to check these out. And I have decided to just glue 2 of these to the card itself, as you can see here, and I think that is just absolutely adorable. This is, oh, I love that. And when you open it, you can see I have one here as well. I'm happy with that. But perhaps, can we perhaps add a quote here? I mean, that would be nice. So I have just taken out these little guys, Small Talk by Tim Holtz, and I have to choose something that matches the whole thing, but it can't be too long. That's who. I think I want to choose Everything Has Beauty. That is really, really something which I, always think when I am in Rome, because some people can't understand why I love being in Rome so much. Some people say it's a really dirty city. It is dirty there in some places. But do you know what I mean? It's a question of the perspective. If you go to a city, you can't change if there's trash laying around. You can't change anything when you are in that city. You have to live with what you have there. And there are 2 options. You like it or you don't like it. But even if you don't like it and you think perhaps I will not come back to this city, I will not spend another holiday here, even if you make that decision, you can find beauty in everything with the right perspective to the things. And I think, yeah, that is perfect. I don't know if that has made sense, what I've just said, but for me, it fits really well. And I'm just thinking, shall I add some white splatters here? Yes, I want to do that. Okay, so I think this is finished now. I'm really, really happy with how this turned out. So I have to carefully turn it around because the white splatters are not dry yet. I'm really happy with this little like experimenting with the alcohol ink. This gives it like a really, I would say, surprising backside. You would perhaps not expect such a bam backside when you look at this, but that's one thing that I enjoy in this context of travel journaling. In this box there are so many things that have different colors. I mean, look at this turquoise, for example, and there are also other colors that are really like bam. And even if you try to make everything cohesive, I've tried that with using my digital paper, Women in Rome, which I have shown you the last time on the cards. This, for example, comes from that printable. I will also link that down below for you again, so that you can check that out. And even if I have used this to make everything a little bit more cohesive, and I've also thrown some inks on there to get this color balance, you will always have those things that are popping out and that have different colors. And especially with this red, it's something like strange because I have a lot of red here. And yeah, but perhaps that's the beauty of travel journaling, to have those like extreme colors and sometimes a surprise on the back of a journaling card. So this can go in here now. I hope you like this idea as well. And if you ever have a problem with your postcard that you have written to yourself, then here you have one solution. And if you have other problems with your ephemera or pages or things that you want to put into your projects, please don't give up. Just try to think outside of the box and find a solution to include those things into your projects as well. Don't throw them away. Have a very great day and see you the next time. Bye bye.